Well, well, well. Welcome to Garland, Maine, and pictured here is me on my property. Jealousy turned to hatred, and hatred led to lawsuits. Who asked? And whose fucking business is it? How I bought my property. And who am I? Well, let me tell you who I am. I'm the granddaughter to the founder of land. How did I buy my property? It's not your fucking business. You don't feed me, you don't fuck me, and you don't pay my bills. With that being said, you mind your own goddamn business and stop minding mine. Thank you. Everybody had the right to know that I had the intent to file lawsuits before I went to the courthouse, right? Garland, Maine residents, I suggest you ask Laurie and Lee, where are all the emails and the request? Where were the answers? Garland, Maine. So I bought property here thinking that it was going to be a nice, quiet country setting and it would be great for my grandchildren and my daughters to bring their family. Well, guess what? It ends up being full of drugs, arsons, rapists, murderers, pedophiles, perverts, and predators. And that's no lie. An approximate 800 population, okay? But you can't confirm that because the girls that are behind the desk are safeguarding the boys behind the seats, all right, in the scenes. So why don't you all publicly answer as to who burned all of the homes, the establishments, the trailers, just along Oliver Hill Road? Who is out here stealing animals, such as stole my dog while I was at the courthouse? And to believe without a doubt, it was leaked information. So who are the government and police snitches that are creating and causing chaos for the town, the community, and the ones of us that really aren't doing anything wrong? But because jealousy turns to hatred and you can't find out the information that you want, the boys put the girls up to doing the wrong and bad activity to cover their own fucking asses. And like Claudia Viles, she was put up without a doubt by all the people that were involved. She didn't go ahead and steal all that money from the town of Anson on her own. For Christ's sakes, if she stole it at all, why didn't any of the Board of Selectmen or anybody else get interrogated or tried? How about that? It seems like all the females get put on the front line and we take the heat for every damn thing that's happening. So, again, where's my dog, Laurie Keefe? Where are the photos that I sent to you and the request that I sent? I've still got a copy of the email and I just sent a preview of it out here for all of you to view, that I've still got emails requesting information. And Laurie Keefe told me on the phone herself, if I sent a copy of a picture of my dog, she'd be quick to send something out. She didn't do anything but hide the information and probably laugh behind the scenes. But you can laugh at me all you want. But who's laughing now? I filed paperwork. Oh, yes, y'all know that my home got vandalized, my daughter was missing, that I was sex trafficked for many years through Dale Lancaster, the Somerset County Sheriff, that's now been lawsuited for wrongful deaths. And I had already, before they filed their lawsuits, thank you, ladies and gentlemen behind those lawsuits, by the way, for safeguarding your families. Too bad it wasn't done sooner. But however, you'll be able to thrive off the money of your dead ones now, right? Thankfully, I'm still here to tell what they did to me in October 2023 when I was met by a couple vicious cops from Newport, Maine, that were so eager to make an arrest like I was this big bad fucking wolf. And there I was standing with my little tiny wrist out, and they're not even 2 inches wide in diameter. So, I mean, here you go. You got big badass cops picking on 97 pounds worth of flesh and bone. Me, a female. What the fuck did I do? And they acted like I was crazy. But who was really the crazy ones? They were acting pretty fucking crazy, if you ask me. They should have been evaluated. In fact, I think all cops ought to be evaluated. Psychiatric evaluations ordered for all cops, please. Thank you. By the way, I'm still asking, why is Troy Morton still a sheriff? Why did Christina Sargent and her babies have to die? They didn't have to, but they did anyways, didn't they? And so you big bad bully fucking deputies that stood outside and listened and waited until you could confirm that a innocent woman who had been abused and violated, as well as denied protection through Penobscot County Sheriff's Department for her and her children for domestic violence. You stood outside her property and listened and waited for her to be able to be pronounced dead, her and her children. You people are fucking sick in the head. And that's not just my opinion, but many others share the same. Why is Danielle dead? Christopher Ray, why are you hiding all of this information that was hand delivered to you August 9th, 2023? Remember, I take pictures of everything, and I took these photos right before I hand delivered them. This is just some of the sample information that Christopher Ray was in receipt of on August 9th, 2023, and we discussed it at length. 2 hours and 45 minutes in conversation on my phone, October 4th, 2023. Oh, look, he's so proud. He was a sex and human trafficker. He owned carnival games. That's right. Part of the carnival, and that's what the carnival's made up of. That's what they do. They human traffic and sex traffic, and when they're all done with you, they pass you on to somebody else to be abused if you make it that long. So yeah, it's fair to say Garland, Maine, and Somerset County. I've got a lot of information, and that does not exclude Piscataquis County that led me to where I'm at now in today. What happened to Trebor Mansion? What happened to the home at 383 North New Portland Road, North Anson? Oh, and why am I not home at 400 Oliver Hill Road, Garland? And that's why. How about William Asher, still in Dover, New Hampshire? How about who really was involved in burning my daughter's car? The car fire on her way to court. Garland, Maine, you know you're responsible for my stolen dog, right? And all the vandalism and harassment. And look, it's somebody that has a YouTube page made up under me and uses my information from last year. How fucking coincidental. So Dale Lancaster and Troy Morton, who is it that's your friend behind making all the YouTube and Facebook social media accounts about me? I suggest somebody come to a conclusion and stop the bullshit, because a lot of people are starting to turn their heads, looking my way, and starting to stand up with me as well as for me. So again, Laurie Keefe and Deputy Kennedy. Where's my dog, Gypsy? And well, so you all know that I filed for high-risk protection orders against Penobscot County Sheriff and the town, as well as lawsuits pending that will be recognized real soon. The town of Garland, the county of Penobscot, and the state of Maine, all because of you little idiots out there that ride by my property and harass me, as well as you made me fear for my own safety and life by tormenting and terrorizing, doing the illegal activities, entering my property without permission, opening my door, spraying accelerants into my wood stove and into my propane heater, as well as many other things, vandalizing my vehicles, but most of all, stealing my dog and leaving me unrecognized on the side of the road while you steal my vehicle the day after my daughter was reported endangered and missing. And that was after I had filed for protection against the ones to include the sheriff of Somerset County and Penobscot County and everybody involved in the sex trafficking and human trafficking, the disappearances, and the burnings. So, with that being said, the burnings of my home and the disappearance of my daughter and the taking of my grandson, given to a known drug dealer in Island Pond, Vermont, that was known to be having sex with underage girls of the age of 12 and 13 when he was over the age of 21. And it was okay by the police in the state of Vermont. Island Pond, Vermont is very well aware of it and still allowing it to continue, as well as on a daily basis it's happening. So with that being said, you're all responsible, and I see you all as guilty. And if you know about it and you haven't stood up and helped stop all of what I just talked about, then you're all guilty of it happening. With that being said, maybe that will make you understand that instead of sitting there and saying, when's all this shit gonna stop? Why don't you start helping it end? Get off the fucking couch, away from the video games, out of your vehicles, and stop sitting. Stand up and start safeguarding. Goodbye.